Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday, marvelous Monday. Good morning, everybody. This is Darissa. I am here with Embrace TV, and this is our word of the day. So, the word of the day, look, I'm slurring already. Wow, it's raining again. Go figure, right? I am Darissa. I am the CEO and founder of God's Chosen Vessels, and I am also the creator of the Embrace and the Embrace formula. And I greet you in the name of Jesus this morning. Good morning to everyone. And for those of you who come in, I want to thank you, all my viewers and all of my replay viewers. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for retweeting. Thank you for the love, and thank you for the hearts. I really appreciate it. So this is what we could do every morning. I changed the hours for those of you, if you didn't see the announcement, on the weekends, on Saturday and Sundays, word of the day will be at 9 o'clock, okay, instead of the 7 o'clock. And then Monday through Friday, we'll continue with the 7 o'clock. That works a little better for me, because I was thinking to myself, I don't have to get up with Mama right now, and I don't have to get up with Kylia right now. They're still asleep, so why am I getting up so early again? So take advantage of it. You know, in my world, sleep is a very rare commodity. So even if it's just an hour, hour and a half, I try to grab it whenever I can, because it's not commonplace for me. Okay, so let's get on with the word of the day. Every day what I do is I choose a word from this little glass. I choose it blindly. Because good morning, whoever came in and on Periscope. Good morning. Thank you for following me. Thank you for the love. Thank you for hearts, and thank you for sharing. So we choose a word from the glass today, and we're working on our perception. That's what this exercise is all about. It's not to take the place of your devotion or your prayer time. Basically, all we are doing is when we pick a word, whether it be a positive word or a word that we deem negative, we try to flip that thing. We try to think positively. We want positive thoughts in our mind this early in the morning. Okay, I'm in California, so it's 7 o'clock here. So wherever you are in your world, it's not too late to change your stinking thinking. Okay, it's just not too late. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. And I am going to choose a word, and we're going to see what we get today. And today's word is mind. Mind. And the first thing that popped in my head is the battle of the mind. I don't know if you're familiar with Pastor Joyce Myers. She has a very, that book is so good. It's called The Battle of the Mind. And basically in the book, that's really good, because that's one of my favorite books. I need to go and reread that, because it's been some years. I want to say 5 or 6 years since I read that book. Yeah, this is a pretty easy one, because that's kind of what we're working on when we do the word of the day. We're working on our perception. We're working on our stinking thinking, our mind, changing our mind. I believe that if you change your mind, and if you change your thought process, and the way you see things, you'll change your whole life. You'll change your whole life. When things come our way in life that aren't so positive, or they just don't feel good, we have a way of sitting in that thing a little too long, and it'll spill over in other areas of our lives. So that the battle of the mind is a real thing. It's a real thing, because wherever your mind is, that's everything tends to follow that. So if you're already negative up here, everything outside of your body, your environment, will tend to be negative. You'll draw that thing. You'll react to things in a negative way. You'll speak to people in a negative way. Everything's going to follow that mind. The battle is of the mind, and that's where Satan attacks. He'll get in your ear. You know what I'm saying? He'll get in your ear. And he uses what we call the power of suggestion. That's what he does. I learned that. I remember I read this book. I was in my first year of college, and I was going to my aunt's house to watch over my now grown cousins. My uncle and aunt went to Florida. I never will forget this. And I drove an hour to the Bay Area to babysit. At the time, I think my cousins were in middle school and high school, I think, at the time. And so being the responsible cousin that I was called upon to come and watch them during the day and stay with them at night and get them off to school. And then I'd drive back to Sacramento to Sac State. And I remember my aunt has this very extensive library. And one of the books I came across was called "Resist the Devil and He Will Flee." Was the name of the book, and it talked about the battle of the mind, basically. But it was called resist. It was basically resisting the devil and keeping your mind clear and keeping your thought process on God and staying focused on Him, because that's where Satan will entertain. The enemy will entertain you, and he starts with your mind. If he can get your mind off of God and off of your victory and off of the possibilities, the good possibilities, and he's got you right where he wants you. If he can control your thinking, if he can control your mind, then he's got you. So that's why it's so important that you stay prayed and you stayed focused and you keep your eyes on God. You keep your eyes and you stay in the pathway of whatever he's trying to tell you, and wherever he's trying to direct you. You understand what I'm saying? It starts in the mind. That's where he can get you. If he can convince you to think his way, then that means it's going to take your mind off of the possibilities and off your blessings and off of everything that God is trying to download into you and trying to speak to you and teach you. If he can grab your mind, he's got you where he wants you. So the thought I'm going to impress upon you, that I am being led to share with you, is if we can keep our mind clear, if we can keep our mind focused on God, then the battle that we fight against the enemy, we're pretty much halfway where we need to be. The battle's already won, because we are not allowing him to entertain us if we keep our mind where it's supposed to be. That is my thought on the word. What is your thought? Go over to Embrace from the Good morning, Diana. I see you join me. Good morning, my sister. And so our word for the day is mind. And I was speaking about the battle of the mind. The battle of the mind. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for following. And I would say, if you keep your mind on God, then it doesn't allow the enemy to have room to recreate. You know what I'm saying? To get in there and have a good old time. Good morning, Jean. Good morning, my sisters. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. So yeah, if you keep that mind where it's supposed to be, if that mind is focused and stayed on Jesus, then it's a beautiful thing. The enemy doesn't have room to sit down and get comfortable, because that's where the battle starts. The battle starts up here. If he can get your mind and get you all twisted and discombobulated and not focused, then he's got you right where he wants you. Right where he wants you. So that's why it's so important. And even in this exercise, practicing our perception, practicing keeping our mind right, keeping our mind in a positive place. There's a song, there ain't no harm to keep your mind stayed on Jesus. That's an old one. Oh, that's an old one. Yeah, that's funny. But mind is a really good word. Can't change the situation, change your mind. There you go. I like that, Gene. You can't change the situation, change your mind. That's right. So it's all in the way you perceive it. It's all in the way you look at it. Keeping your mind in a positive place. Keeping your mind on God. Keeping your mind and stay focused and not let the enemy take residence in the spaces of your mind. Because, if you let him take up shop, then it's hard to get back. Sometimes it's really hard to get back. So yeah, I think this is a beautiful word. So let this word be our nudge, be our little nudge to put us in a place where we make it our business. Thank you for coming back, Diana. To keep our mind in a positive place. In a positive place. When you find yourself drifting off, it takes effort. Mind your business. I love that too. That's a real good one. That one needs to be shared with a whole lot of people. Mind your business. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. I love that, Jean. I know, Diana. Wow. I really like that. Mind your business is what my sister said. That's a good one. That's what came to your mind. I like the way you think. I love the way you think, Jean. Yep. So as we go about our day, let's keep our mind in a positive place, and let's mind our business. Let's mind our business, and let's be about some good business today. So I thank you all for joining me. I really do. I believe it's going to be a beautiful day. We have rain again. It's back, but I'm thanking God for the rain. I'm thanking God for the rain. We do without for so long. So when it comes, it's an adjustment. but that's okay. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. You guys have a blessed day. I encourage you to embrace your life and embrace your purpose. Cherish your time. God gave you another. Mind your children, family. Yes, be about your Father's business. We are walking ministries, and people are watching. People are watching you. Yes, they are. So mind your business. Mind your peoples. Mind your peeps. And you guys just have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. Word of the day. Mind. Thank you for joining. Have a good one, you guys.